Animal, who came away with a 10 elimination game as well, they're going to say, if they can play aggressive and get those kind of numbers, so can I. We've got fast edits, crazy accurate shots, and we have a bus loading up, Jack. It's almost time for game 3.
5 seconds. Here we go. We just saw a legendary Fortnite performance from C9 Blind. Who will do it now in game number 3? It is time. The battle bus has launched. Game number 3 is underway. Who will join Landjock and Blind and become $25,000 richer with a victory royale here?
These early engagements, I guarantee you, we're going to see, what, round 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, of Aiden versus Nick Mercs and Tilted Towers. I almost wonder if one of them decides they don't want to face the other again. Maybe Nick Mercs. He's lost both thus far. And I'm going to guarantee you, though, the crowd here wants to see it again. I'd bet you anything in the world. Now, you have in the bottom right there our winner from last round, Cloud9's Blind, an excellent player. Very, very good awareness and ability to track opponents. And we're going to see where he drops versus everybody else flying through that little zone there. The low grav zones, man, those change things up. I feel like you kind of put yourself in an exposed position, but we're going to have a very early 1v1 Blind. Somebody lands up top. The blue SMG, an excellent early game weapon, and the shots coming out, taking it. Blind doesn't have the ability to build those, so he's got to rely on accuracy alone. He's got to go for a reload, and it seems like he lost track. It doesn't matter. Gets the shots and the fast reload.
Woo. You see, he shakes his head like, that was not a fight I wanted to have. Nate Hill is just on the other side of the hill with a little tack shotgun and shield combo. So
look at the loadout.
Yeah, unless he's able to heal up real quick, Blind, I think it's going to be in a tough spot, as Nate Hill might just push this right away.
Could go for a hunting rifle shot up. Makes me wonder, Blind must not have realized that Nate was over there. There it is. He's gonna go for the hunting rifle. Oh, he doesn't get it. Very close shot, but Nate Hill comes away with that. I think he...
That's what we're talking about, right? He's so low. Nate Hill realizes that I just got a big shield. I'm at 150 health. I can just push this right away.
You know, we heard the engagement earlier, too,
sure.
So there's no reason not go in on that. Cryo, our coin toss winner from yesterday, didn't get shots off here. That gray AR. Quite a bit of materials for an early game. He's sitting on 13, 12 builds now as he's trying to wall off and rotate away. Looks like he's trying to get a different position. You don't want to repeat the same spot twice. You don't necessarily know if your player, unless you saw them rotate through their weapons, especially somebody like Sap. This is not the first time they fought each other here. Farico taking a shot, that hunting rifle. Literally, as I was going to say, you don't want to repeat the same spot twice because players might have a hunting rifle. Or look at Sap. He's got a semi-auto sniper. They can take a very quick shot if they know you're going to come up in the same spot. A crit could mean the difference between 89th right now and making it on maybe to the next circle.
This is Sap's fight. I mean, you have to think top down shotgun, an LMG. He had the top down for the moment.
Low build count, though. Only 5 layers you can put up, and players use those very quickly in 1v1s like this. He's peeking through. Look at him look through the angle at the top. Trying to track his opponent. The trap play potentially goes for it. His opponent backing out inside. There we go. Using those materials as layers. It's like an extra defense. It's almost like a shield. He's going
he heard a shield tack with those nades. Turns around. There's the quick shot on the Farico.
Good awareness from Saf, knowing his opponent is underneath 100.
He got it! I think there was a headshot. I don't know if he got the elim. We're checking out Aiden right now. We'll update you guys there on that last fight. Aiden now and Tilted getting pushed. Not sure who he's battling right now.
Landjack at the feet, our winner from game 1, gets elimination as well.
That was against Fly Crunch.
Crunch, who has been landing here consistently as well. It's time for a little top down. He's going to go for the shots. Whoa, lasers Crunch on the rotation out and gets his first elimination here in Tilted, but he's not done yet. You know there's more players inside.
So I believe Saf hit the headshot, but it wasn't enough to get the elim. That player was so healthy. Remember the semi-auto sniper. The only of the snipers that doesn't instantly drop the opponent. Yeah, Cryo got dropped HP. To like 10 health.
He hit that shot. Now he's got to rotate away.
He's looking. He's hunting.
Saf is hunting him down. At this point, probably realizes based on the last few games that he might own this area now, so he can take his time if he's not going to get too aggressive push. Nick Mercs, is this a Nick Mercs versus Aiden in this stairwell yet again?
I don't know. Aiden, the last we saw was at Tacos. Nick, 200 HP, gets tagged to 38 right there. Wondering if he'll pop this slurp. The way that the ramps are being used right now, I'm assuming it is Aiden because Aiden uses them in the same way as kind of a layered defense that quickly edits them. It's not Aiden this time.
Who's been landing here consistently as well. Ilchase, actually, I think this is the first time he's come to Tilted. He landed, I believe, Greasy or Salty last game.
Yeah. There's 4 players nearby right here. Aiden's in new building. There's 2 right next to Nick. Oh, that grenade blows up the cover. Nick hears the big tags. Won't push it as of yet. You look at the elim feed. Poach with an elimination. Nick, the quick shots. There's 1 elim for Nick, still at full HP as the crowd gets behind him. Absolutely a fan favorite here in the Fortnite Summer Skirmish. As the Nick Mercs chant begins, Aiden and Nick Mercs are again in the same building. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for round 3. The first 2 games, Aiden eliminated Nick Mercs. Can Nick get vengeance here as Aiden's actually going to fall back?
This is Animal, one of our top performers, I believe, from day 2. He dropped a 10 bomb in a single game.
Sneaking on up, hunting his prey.
For it.
Says, I'm the animal here today, my friend. As he cuts him down, a quick burst.
Back to Tilted, Nick Mercs.
I mean, how do we not watch this?
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
This is fantastic.
Like, Static is still the 3rd player in this engagement, and I believe they all know that they're in there. They're watching. They're looking to see who's going to make a move first, maybe catch somebody rotating or not watching out a window. Tilted is very, very, you're exposed. There are so many angles because all the different windows and the positions, you can see through them. That's why we've seen Aiden peeking through windows of those builds on the outside, just trying to take shots and use the pillars in the middle as like a separator. It's natural cover. Morgas. C4 from a 3rd opponent there, gets the shots from above, almost gets the elimination, gets one. Ooh. As Flower from Rogue goes down, Morgoth's pushing down, trying to get the double. He sees this player rotating around the outside. He had just been dealing HP damage. There it is. Takata goes down as well, gets 2 eliminations. 1 more means a point. Back in Tilted, Courage. These guys, they're gonna go after each other here. They have to. There's no way. There we go.
There it is again. I mean, this is what it's all about, folks. Nick versus Aiden. Aiden 2, Nick 0 so far in the fights. I know Nick has family here watching, a lot of people this weekend wanting to see how he can perform. This is probably, Nick has had such a long competitive history in esports. This is probably the biggest tournament he's ever been in, and here it is, the battle again. We've seen this before. Here it goes, round number 3. Aiden peeking the corner. It's Nick building the ramps. Aiden getting the wall in front, just to trying to make sure he's covered and can have some quick edits on out. There's another close ramp. Expect a quick rotation on it. He's going to
footsteps. He knows Nick rotated up top.
Yeah. Nick's got the high ground now, and I think he'll kind of reset to the top of this new building. There is still Ecstatic just standing still in the big gray building.
If you don't move, they can't hear you, Jack.
Both these players so healthy in this fight. The last time we saw Aiden versus Nick, it was Nick with only 100 HP. I believe there's a slight health advantage for Aiden at the moment. Probably about 10 HP difference. 14 HP, I think, is exact. But Nick is back in big gray where there is still Ecstatic hiding behind one of these doors. You notice he hasn't even moved. He's barely turning and not even really weapon swapping. I think Ecstatic at this point knows that both Nick and Aiden are here. He's waiting for this fight to play out. And Nick, you see, he's looking around the corner. He's watching and saw the rotation. He's going to try and get a top-down surprise here. Maybe drop in the shotgun coming out. Shotgun and then swap to the dualies. You can hear him moving around underneath. The audio tracking these players. It's just... Ecstatic is close by Nick right now. He's like right behind one of these walls. Back over to Poach, though. We've got to show some love to the other players, too. Poach trying to build on up. Still a little bit of a fight. One player just below him right now. Mighty bank. I love this. Banking the frag grenades off the wall. They'll fall right at the bottom of the structure, and here comes the build battle. Poach trying to keep up. Actually gets pyramided by the opponent over his own build, and Povsey cuts down Landjock. That's Povsey's 3rd elim of this game.
Spray from that the blue drum gun, one of the most favored weapons we've seen in scrimmage, competitive games.
Poach wants
very low. Poach has got to push.
Poach wants this fight. He's hunting right now. Poach for his 2nd elim of the game. Can he break through this structure? Povsey just trying to heal with this campfire. Poach wants this player dead. Can he get the high ground? The pyramid blocked for the moment.
He heard that sound of the his opponent hitting the dirt down there. He knows he dropped all the way down. He's going to take advantage of that and drop in. He's going for the replace every single time, but Popesy's blocking it repeatedly. He's trying to put down the pyramids, the ceilings, anything to stop Poach from getting in and taking advantage of the low HP. And what that does is Poach still knows he has an opportunity to be aggressive. He knows Posey must be missing a lot there. And the rotation out, it looks like.
Just ran it out. Wait, this was Nick Merckx. Low on HP, in a little bit of a fight. How does it end here?
Ecstatic
eliminating Nick. And you see, oh my God, the frustration there. We were saying Ecstatic was hiding in that build for so long. Nick Merckx with an early exit yet again.
It looks like the player that Poach took shots at that was to his southeast might have been a third player in there. He catches the edit there, takes ownership of the ceiling and gets Posey as he's trying to back out.
Very patient from Posey. You got to, sorry, from Poach there. Never went into Posey's build. He knew he had time, and he still has the launch pad to get away.
Like you said, Posey did have 3 eliminations. That's a single point for him. Nice actually right now has 3 limbs. Morgas has 3 limbs, and Blue T has 3. That's a single point for each of them. Feel really good about that. Looking forward to the rest of the day. A number of players still alive. Saf, Poach, and Ecstatic all sitting on 2.
Jack might just died in the zone. No. There's
Ranger
the quick elim.
Securing that elimination. We actually watched Ranger in his qualifiers do quite a bit of solid gatekeeping of the river.
Yep.
It's good to see him get an engagement here on the Storm and still win as well.
And it begins. The little structures, the little huts, the 1x1s. It has started. Minigun, though, being sprayed into Kayun, who's dropped all the way down to the side of this mountain. Dremin is close by as well. Who's that spraying? Babe Jesus, I believe, from Tempo Storm. Oh, nope. Rip to go. He's out of there. He wants to follow this up right away.
He's going for it. Drops in. Not a whole lot of HP, but he's playing very aggressively. I think the thought is that minigun would have torn through his opponent's materials, thinking he can't layer up against me anymore. So, you know, a heavy shotgun right into the drum gun, that back and forth combo, and players like Vape Jesus are going to be really good at timing their shots on that. He can get the elimination if he pushes. He can catch this player unable to build. Replays, Bizzle, Wheats, J Cuddy, all hanging out north side of Fatal Fields, very populated. A lot of those angled stairs. Yeah, we've seen that before. When you see players do that, Jack, what are they doing with that?
Well, basically, the way you're running, so you don't have to lose your momentum with your sprint. You angle the stairs to basically block the area that the shots are coming in from. You use it as cover. You're not having to awkwardly jump back and forth and swap and spin around. It's just kind of a clean way to build right across. It uses kind of the least amount of materials, too. Aiden's still in this, going to bounce pad and try to follow up his opponent. That's Ecstatic, who actually eliminated Nick Merckx. I think Aiden say, hey, that's my job so far today. I want vengeance now, my friend, as he'll fall on down and reset the fight.
Klinger's potentially pushing him out there. He's looking for a better opportunity and any materials. He's very low right now for this time in the game. 1:30 remaining before the next circle. He's going to go for a jump shot here, but his opponent, Ecstatic, walling off against him, just preemptively defending himself, knowing Aiden is very accurate at close, trying to get an angle. That little peek, look at the little hole he's trying to take shots through. Aiden might have to layer up the other side right now, but he's not going to. He's going to go for the shot and then block it off. Any sort of like, just take that single second, that millisecond almost, and get the shot. So you see Ecstatic, he knows the hole's still there, knows Aiden's still underneath. Just kind of pacing his engagement. Just the right timing is going to be key here. Here it comes. Aiden low materials pushing in the shot on Ecstatic, and Aiden gets the elimination.
And that would have been for 3 limbs if Ecstatic could have gotten it. Aiden's still so healthy in this fight. One player just above. The quick edit out. Looks like Aiden's lost the high ground for now. Jukes out, and he's going to break down the structure. The opponent drops Aiden with the elim. That's 3. That is 3. And what's this? A chug jug!
Looks like at that point, Aiden started to build to defend. There might be another player pushing in. The FPS from CLG takes Tendons out just south of Salty Springs. Yes, we saw some of those. Yeah, apparently secured his second elimination, 1 away from a single point, and he is sitting on quite a few spray weapons today. It's an LMG, which you don't see too often, but players up close, that thing tears him up. He's got Blue T above him, who may not realize, but look at Blue T's materials. Over 2,000. He has so many builds. He's got a blue drum gun.
Decent.
Decent, to say the least. He's got the ability to rotate away now because he can just layer up as he backs up. He does have the rocket launcher. Explodes right now. Maybe not I guess it's time to use them. Usually you see those saved for late games. They're very good at dropping structures, especially when the players are playing slow. Is he going
traps.
for the trap?
Oh, just lost the high ground at a moment's notice, and yeah, he immediately loses it, falls right back down. Not sure exactly who he's battling right here, down to just 39 HP, though, how quickly it all ends, and now he's in the low gravity zone.
I believe that's Blue Tees in a 1v1 against right now. Blue Tees going around with the rotation south side of the tree, using the tree as cover, misses the shot. He's got to defend right now, 6 HP.
I think he knows the end is near. Blue Tee hunting his opponent. He might just die to the zone.
He's got bandages, and it's not ticking for enough necessarily to beat it. If he popped the bandage early, you see it, yeah, FPS going for that bandage. Every little bit counts. And Blue Tees saying, I'm waiting. I haven't seen you in the feed to the storm yet. The third player is somebody watching from a distance, taking shots. Nice gets Amon's in the feed. 20-meter snipe shot, very close range snipe shot. Blue Tee 3 eliminations. 39 players remaining, 20 seconds till the zone finishes. And it's going to be time to mix it up a little bit more. Goss right now sitting on 4 eliminations. Nice with 4 eliminations. Blue Tee at 3, Aiden at 3, Saf at 3. All 5 of those players still alive, and points for each of them.
Posey. The FPS just lost to the storm, so there it goes. Blue Tee not able to get that elim. Is already at 3 though, so can't be too upset. Here's a look at your full scoreboard. A lot of players at the top still in this. As we say it, actually Nice gets dropped. You see live right there. But Aiden still at 3. His teammate in Ghost Saf still alive. Poach is at 2. Nate Hill is at 2. Some big names at the top of these scoreboards right now.
Now, hopefully before too long, there's a number of players we haven't had our eyes on too much. Just the feed has been quiet with them. Players like Tfue, who I was literally about to say his name, and lo and behold, here we are. You got a top down on Kayun. Now, if he's been watching the feed from previous games, he's seen Kayun has eliminated a number of high caliber players with ease almost. Poach, Chap, a lot of big names.
Replays as well.
Replays, yeah, exactly. I would be concerned if you know you run into him.
Quick little spray from Morgoth there. So many materials. And 4 limbs, 3 medkits. Morgoth is everything you could ever ask for. You see, just on your screen alone, Bizzle, 72 hours, Chap. Here's replays at maxed HP. Here's an update on Aiden, where he stood up to this point. Oh my gosh.
Heavy shot from Snood there, taking advantage of the swap to the SMG to spray Aiden down. Still comes away with 3 eliminations, though. That's 3 points total on the day, so he's well ahead of many other players. And he does have half the games left today, Courage.
Absolutely.
Morgoth looking for his 5th to secure a 2nd point. Would put him at 4 total for the day. 2 behind our current leader, C9 Blind, who was eliminated very early this game. Don't forget, 94th place with a single elimination. Cryo and Nate Hill taking shots at each other. Nate knows he's got him on the outside. Just did damage, knows there's no shield left. That's why Nate's pushing. And the Porta Fort might actually catch Cryo off guard. He's looking for a rotation here, gets the shot, and Cryo goes down.
And those are the shots you just have to hit. He's got an opportunity to snap with that heavy shotgun.
The prize of a gold double barrel.
Oh, he gets everything. He gets the drum gun, the gold double barrel, legendary double barrel. Here's Cryo again against Nice. There's the cleanup there. That was his first elim of the game. Here's Tfue and Nate Hill, teammates on FaZe Clan. Might be a fight coming here soon between the 2 of them.
Wait and see here. He's got a hunting rifle, double barrel. This is actually a pretty common setup for a player like him. I would almost drop the hunting, and if you got a scope AR, we've seen it in his hands so many times in previous summer skirmishes. You can hear the fight underneath him, the shield. He knows the player just got eliminated. It might be time to go for a push here.
Yep. Tfue just trying to spot. He's got multiple frag grenades to use. Banking them. Unfortunately for him, does drop down on top of that structure, which, yeah, that was definitely not his plan. Now it's time to begin to launch. He said, oh my gosh. Down to just 19 HP, and again, he'll have to fall on back.
Getting caught tunnel visioning with those grenades, not really moving too much. We've even mentioned other players kind of wiggling back and forth. Even if you're doing something like dropping frag grenades down below, you're going to get punished when players are watching every single structure. Knowing somebody's up there, they're going to take shots at every opportunity they can. And Tfue was kind of caught off guard. Like I said, tunnel visioning, not necessarily your best friend in a situation like this.
You have to think the end must be near. Whoa!
A look of disappointment on
doing his best
Tfue's
impression
face.
of Tim the Tatman there as he falls to a swift death. Way the road.
A very wide angle shot here. You have a ton of players hanging out at very close quarters. This is going to be a theme for today. People are going for placement, knowing full well that if you get the top 10, that is even just a single point that can mean the difference between 21st through 100th for 5K and pushing into the larger prize pools. Plus, knowing the Victory Royale is $25,000. That buffer is insane. Saf with 5, Elan's already 2 points, and the Rockets are going to come in and kind of chase him out of the structure he's built up, but he's going to layer back up. You see even putting floors and ramps down to reinforce anything he's sitting in. That heavy sniper, I'd love to see just an edit, like a window edit, a quick peek and a body shot on somebody for an Elan from Saf here. He's got the accuracy to do it. The zone's starting to push the remaining players in. Saf, the only one with 5 eliminations right now in this game. Snood sitting on 3 and a very close combat fight. He's taking, like we've seen this a bunch of times, every opportunity for these players, every second.
He has 18 explodes to use right now. 95 health in total, just staying alive, waiting on out.
Now might be the time to use those. Go for any knockdown you can get right now. Especially the higher up structures, stuff that might be connected to only 1 or 2 things outside of the storm.
Oh,
look at the window shot.
Right into the window. Will it inflict any damage? No, I think there was a quick edit by the player inside that 1x1. Saf, 5 elims, top 25 right now. He has the heavy sniper as well. Here's a look from the top down. Sam all the way up top. Saf using another bounce pad to try to move towards this next zone. This time he gets clipped. Looking at our scoreboard right now on our screen, Morgoth still alive with only 4 limbs. What I mean by 4 is he hasn't moved up to that top 5 quite yet. Nate Hill at 3, Poach still at 2, and Geomock just got his first limb on the blue tee.
Here we go. The storm's starting to move. We got 23 seconds until it finishes, and now's the time. Everybody, you can see even through these materials get placed down as they're building. They're kind of see-through still, and you can see just silhouettes of players moving every direction. Tempo even down low, going for a bounce pad just to push as fast as he can away from an engagement that he knows he's not going to win. He does have the porta fort. Look at the layer of players to the left side, middle left side of your screen. There's so many in one spot. You know these guys are going to run into each other in some way. It depends on who gets the shot off first. There's so much movement, and traps right now, Courage, are going to be incredible. You heard one place down because you can catch players rotating through structure.
Chap.
Edit down, drop something, put layers above himself.
Is that Chap on the other side of this wall?
You see more silhouettes. He's got the porta fort out. Maybe thinking about putting it down to try and get a drop on somebody above, knock everything down. Gonna take ownership of this.
Look at the zone. Everyone hugging that close side, getting ready to move. 10 seconds away. Remember, top 20 earn a point. And you're not happy with something you just saw. What was it?
The ridiculousness of this position it's terrifying to think half of the players are going to go down most likely during this rotation. And here we go. People flying through the air. Nate Hill getting laser, landing outside the zone, ticking, and that's going to be all she wrote for Nate. Too far into the storm and takes literally all it took was 2 ticks.
Yep.
All it took was 2 ticks.
Rip to go. Someone going to the high ground. I think Rex just got eliminated by a trap. You see Chap still with under 20 HP. Tempo with 2 limbs. This could be the difference between 2 points and 0 right now. If he can make it to the top 10 or find the next elimination. Sam has not left this high ground at all. Only 1 rocket to his name. He's got to use this wisely. 13 players still left. Who will secure the Victory Royale and $25,000? Tempo's got nothing left right now. He's just hoping, Lupo, that he can make it in the top 10. A switch on over now to Ghost Fizzle. He's got 1 limb, but a ton of healing in his inventory. 10 minis and a slurp, and still a lot of materials left.
In the feed, you saw Poach get his 4th elimination. This is a player that thrives in these very close combat 100%. Engagements. He knows his way around these little buildings. You see all the way down the bottom. This is a position we've seen him in a ton of times. Gets tapped a little bit in there, but he has an opportunity to capitalize on this. Morgoth secures his 5th elimination. That's 2 points. Chad making a move, super low HP, and goes down on the move right there. That rotation is going to be tough. Everybody's moving simultaneously. 5 players left, Courage.
72 hours, eliminates base soldier. Geomock dies to the storm. Poach is out of materials. He can no longer build. He's hoping people have to drop on down. Morgoth now at 6 limbs, 1 away from earning the 7th, which would be another point for him. You see he's on a low level near Poach. Poach will wind up trapping all these levels as people try to drop down towards him. 10 seconds until the zone begins to close. He's got bandages to work with, but it's going to come down to a heal up, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. Who will make it out on top? Poach trying to take matters into his own hands. The storm slowly closing. 19 seconds, 18 seconds, 17 seconds. The fight's just a layer above Poach. He cannot even build up that 72 hours. His teammate getting dropped. Morgoth trades the limb. That's his 7th. Morgoth has a med kit. Sam has nothing to heal with. They've made it to the top 3. Morgoth has a chance to have a 6-point game himself to match that of Blind. Who will out-heal the most? Morgoth with another med kit. Sam dropping on down, trying to spray. Morgoth in the 1v1. Will he get the perfect game? He does. Morgoth with the victory. And look at the hype. 7 limbs and the victory royale. Back-to-back 6-point games. Blind, then Morgoth. And is he phasing up? All right, fine. I guess he's like, Banks, send over the contract.
We see you. He's waiting.
Send over the contract, please.
Like you said, back-to-back 6-point games. And we only had 1 during the entirety of the heats and the qualifiers.
Does the back of his sweatshirt say 1v1 me playground? That is incredible.
It's a DM I get from you quite often, Kurt.
It is.